Hello and welcome back to Unstuck and Effing Fabulous, the podcast for ambitious women ready to ditch doubt, get out of their own way, and create a life that feels bold, beautiful, and fully aligned. I am your host, Irene Lidvall, confidence and mindset coach and founder of Secret to Women's Success. And this is episode number 52. Now, my friend, there's something I've been thinking about lately. Not every advantage is loud, not every win announces itself, and not every powerful woman needs to be seen coming. Sometimes the most strategic thing you can do is move quietly. Observe more than you speak. And understand that not everything needs to be revealed in real time. Because here's the truth. Most people don't talk about. Some people will show you exactly who they are when they believe you are unaware. They will then talk more freely. They will reveal more than they should. They will underestimate you. And in those moments, you are being given information. So be aware. This is not manipulation, but very valuable information. But only if you can pay attention. Today I want to talk about something deeper than just confidence or taking action. I want to talk about strategy. The kind of quiet, powerful strategy that changes everything. Because while the world is accelerating and while moving faster does matter, there is also something equally important, and that is, you're right, not moving louder, but moving smarter. Because the cost of playing too careful. I know we've spoken about this before. Careful used to mean safe. Careful used to mean you were doing the right thing. But today, careful often means hesitation, overthinking, delaying decisions that you already knew the answer to. And that comes with a cost. The cost of missed timing. The cost of staying in situations longer than you should. The cost of shrinking your voice to avoid discomfort. But there's another layer to this, because some women don't just play careful, they play predictable. And predictable is so easy to read, easy to manage, easy to overlook, and that is where you lose your power. And we don't want you to lose your power. Don't be predictable. Not everything needs to be said. There is a quiet power in not revealing everything. It's not reaching or reacting immediately, in not correcting people when they underestimate you. Because when someone thinks you don't see what they are doing, they often reveal far more than they intended. They tend to relax more and they drop their guard. They show their patterns, and you can start reading their patterns, and you start paying attention. You begin to see the whole game. Who is aligned with you? Who is not? Who speaks from integrity? And who performs? This is not about manipulation, like I said earlier. This is about awareness. And awareness is power. So sometimes playing the fool without being one, it's a concept that many powerful people understand instinctively. Sometimes you allow people to think they are ahead. You allow them to believe they are in control. You allow them to underestimate you. not because you are weak, but because you are watching. You are gathering information. You are seeing how they move when they believe no one is noticing. And that gives you something incredibly valuable: time, perspective, and choices. Because when you see clearly, you don't have to react emotionally. You get to respond strategically, just like a game of chess. Think about a game of chess. It's not the one that's the fastest. It's not the strongest player. It's not the one that moves the fastest or the loudest or the most aggressively. The strongest player is the one who sees the board, who sees the whole game, who thinks several moves ahead, who understands that every move has a consequence. And sometimes the most powerful move is not the obvious at all. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's patient. Sometimes it looks like nothing is happening, but everything is being positioned strategically. And this is where so many women go wrong, because they think power means immediate action, immediate reaction, and immediate visibility. But true power, my friend, is knowing when to move and when to wait. Because moving later, not louder, that is the difference between hesitation and intentional timing. Hesitation comes from fear. Timing comes from clarity. Hesitation feels heavy. Timing feels calm. And this is where your emotional intelligence becomes your greatest asset, because you begin to trust your internal signal. You don't rush to prove yourself. You don't rush to explain yourself. You don't rush to react. You simply observe, decide, and then you move. Not louder, but later. And often far more effectively. So where does this apply in your life? Actually, it does show up everywhere: in business, in relationships, in friendships, and in negotiations. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is actually to say less, watch more, and allow people to reveal themselves fully, instead of interrupting the process, instead of correcting them too early, instead of stepping in before you have the full picture. Because once you see clearly, your next move becomes obvious to you. So the balance in this is really important. Now let's be clear about something. This is not about becoming passive. This is not about shrinking. And it is definitely not about tolerating behavior that disrespects you. No, this is about precision. It's about understanding that you don't need to react to everything immediately, and that not every moment requires your energy. Because when you stop reacting impulsively, you start responding powerfully. So here's what I want to leave with you today. The world may be accelerating, and yes, movement does matter. But not every move needs to be loud. Not every win needs to be announced. And not every strategy needs to be visible. Sometimes your greatest advantage is your awareness, your ability to see what others miss, your ability to stay grounded when others react, your ability to move with intention instead of urgency. Because the woman who truly understands her power, she doesn't rush to prove it. She embodies it. She observes. She chooses. And when she finally moves, it's decisive, it's clean, and it changes the entire game. And that is all from me to you today. Have a wonderful weekend, and Be strategic out there. Learn to play the game. And don't forget, hit like and follow me. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a great weekend.